I know.
It just hit the button. Give it a sec.
There it goes.
And we're live.
Okay, thank you. During the caucus, we took a look at your proposal, and we appreciate this proposal. I did a little homework during, this last period, and I wanted to share with you a couple things on some slides and then talk to you about our counter to this proposal. And I'm happy to say we're a little closer than I thought we were. So I think that's good news. So I want to run through that with you. And
Yeah, you had it. That works too.
And there's no lead, there it is. And just kind of briefly walk through this with you.
Did you share screen?
Do I do that first?
No, I just want to be sure that we do. So you'll have to open it and then
Okay. Come on.
Carla's the professional with this, she says so.
I know.
Just sharing your screen.
Not yet.
You can, but it's
Easier to share once you put it down to the bar. And then pick it.
All right, can everybody see?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, good. All right, so I want to kind of talk through with you a couple things, and you guys know a lot of this, but anybody else watching might find this informative. So I'm just going to kind of run through some thought process that we've had about this. So the teacher pay problem in Florida is exactly this. So you'll see on the top arrow over here. Is it letting me? Okay. This one is the United States average salary, okay, for teachers, and here is Florida, okay? That is the problem the legislature has had from the beginning. And that is why they started to work on legislation to start to fix that, because obviously we can't stay that way, okay? So they knew it had to be fixed, and they started passing legislation to fix it, which is how we got that HB at 641, this year, okay? I'm not sure that's the last thing they're gonna do, but certainly it was the first. So what they did is they put aside $500 million in funds, and they said, we gotta get that starting salary up to 47.5, and we're gonna use 80% of those funds to do it. Okay, and they allocated all through the districts of the state. Then they put another 100 aside for veteran teachers, which is 20% of the funds. All right, so they also laid out who could be eligible for that money at all, okay? So we, here in the district, have included individuals that were not previously in that into our offer. So just keep that in mind first. That included guidance counselors, pre-K, and other members of the bargaining unit that were not previously included in that bill. All right, so this is a very basic breakdown. The numbers are rounded. Okay, but just to give you an idea, so they gave us around $3 million. Okay, about 382 came off for charter. Okay, benefits are about 500,000. All right, so the 80% we had $2 million to work with. Okay, and we had to bring 315 people up to 47.5. All right, and that cost about $1 million. All right, the 20% we were left with was 500, but because we only spent $1 million of the two, we could put the other into it. So for the 20% group, we could use 1.5 of that money. Okay? All right, so the bargaining history on this issue, okay, you guys made the first proposal, and we thank you for that. That was back in July. And you had proposed making the starting salary $47.7. Each member of the bargaining unit would get $6,300. All right. Yeah, on average, and performance pay would move $300, okay? We weren't able to accept that proposal at that time. SDRRC, our first proposal was $47.5, okay? 2.85 for the one-year contract, okay? And anybody that was brought up to 47.5 but didn't yet meet 3%, we were gonna make up that, so minimum of 3% for those individuals, okay? You guys were not able to accept that proposal. So in November, we talked some more, and we had brought our offer to 3%, same kind of deal, right? Where if it was 47.5 or 3%, whatever was greater. Okay, you guys weren't able to accept that proposal. All right. You guys came in with a second proposal, and in that offer, it was $6,200 each. Okay, so basically the same proposal, but a little movement on that, and then you had the performance pay remain status quo. We did not accept that offer. Okay, we came back and made an offer for 4% and keeping the 47.5 or minimum of 3. Okay, and later on November 30th, we discussed the possibility of bringing it to 4.4. Okay, you guys have not accepted or declined that proposal at this time. I propose that with your counter today that you've declined this offer at this time. Yes? Okay. All right, so I want to talk to you about our latest offer, okay? So who was able to raise the pay to 47.5? All right, because by statute, they had to get toward that goal, but that doesn't mean everybody got there, okay? Because if they had a large number of people they had to move up, they only had so much money. And so how did that work? So nobody on the Treasure Coast except for us was able to do it. Nobody in any of the districts around us, contiguous to us, was able to do it. And only one district in similarly sized districts across the state were able to do it. Okay? Our offer of 47.5 for the new teacher or minimum pay, okay, puts us in the position where we have the #1 starting pay on the Treasure Coast. We have the #1 starting pay amongst all the contiguous districts all around us. And our starting salary is at or above all comparatively sized districts in the state. Yeah. Okay, so starting pay, teacher starting pay, Treasure Coast. Okay, Martin is at impasse and their last offer was 44,883. St. Lucie, theirs is 44,600, but they have a $1,000 referendum. Even with referendum, we're $1,000 or more better. Okay, contiguous districts. Okay, these guys laugh because I can't say OCHA. There you have it. See, I don't even have to. I can have the whole room say it. All right. So these guys are the ones around us. You'll see some of them are larger, some of them are smaller. Okay, but in all of those cases, our starting salary is higher than all of them. Okay, comparatively sized districts. All right, we have two distinguishing items. One, all right, we are at or above comparatively sized. So Charlotte is paying the 47.5, but you will notice that we have more teachers for approximately the same students. Okay, and the ratio to teacher to student is much, much better. Okay, so about the 20%, the veteran offers. Okay, our veteran pay offer establishes that we have and we retain the highest average base pay along the Treasure Coast. It establishes we have the highest average pay amongst contiguous districts. And St. Lucie again has a little bit of a referendum, but that does not go into their base pay.
Back up. Isn't that Martin that has that, not St. Lucie?
Mm-mm.
St. Lucie's part of the base pay. Go ahead.
Okay, that's their controller told me.
Martin
Perhaps.
perhaps.
But if that were the case, their average pay would be pulled up, right? It isn't. So that suggests it doesn't. All right, so veterans pay. Okay, on Treasure Coast, the average salary 2019-20 is 48,694, and our offer is 4%. You'll see Martin St. Lucie. St. Lucie's offer was 46,024 with 2%, and Martin's average pay is 46,403, but they have 0 currently due to impasse. Okay.
Which the union did not ask for. The union did not ask for a impasse.
All right, so for veteran teachers for contiguous districts, Brevard has a little higher average salary than us last year. However, their offer is 1.35%, and it is final. Our offer is 4%, so we will still retain the #1 position there. Okay. Okay. Comparatively sized districts. All right, and we already talked about Charlotte and the ratio. Okay, you'll see that Charlotte has an average salary that's slightly higher. I don't know their offer for their veteran teachers. I do know that their teachers are more aged than ours, so they have a high, they're
Senior staff.
yeah, they have a very senior staff. Their triangle
That
goes like
speaks to their
this.
retention.
Pardon?
That speaks to their retention.
So with our offer, you can see that we should have good retention as well. All right, so then, Dr. Moore has long had a goal of, bringing us to an A district and being an outstanding district. And so he asked me to compare whether we are paying like an A district. So are we paying like an A district, right? So I looked into that, and it was really interesting what I found. Okay, so districts that were during the last 2 cycles of grades were AA. So in 18, 19, okay, they were in 18 and in 19, they were graded an A and an A, okay? For these districts, only 7 are paying 47.5, and that's 38% of them, okay? Our offer to our veterans teachers exceeds all of these schools in the AA category except for 2, one of which is Collier, who's offering about $2,640 to $3,000, and so that's about what we're offering, and then Okaloosa, who's offering 4.46. And there's a few unknowns in there, but in general, you can get the gist of it. So then I said, okay, what about districts that were a B last year and became an A this year? Okay, there's only one of those that's paying 47.5. Okay, and that's Orange County. All right, but they offered their veterans 1.27. So our offer to all veterans teachers exceeds all these known offers in the A-B category. This is for the whole state. Okay, so then I said, okay, because we're a BB school district at this time. So I said, okay, well, let's look at the B and Bs, right? And I forgot to take the word draft out of that last one, sorry. So I looked at all the B and B schools, okay? Our pay is only matched by 4 of them for starting teachers. So only 4 are doing 47.5, okay? And our offer exceeds all known offers given to BB schools by quite a long shot. All right, so a recap for me was this. Our offer for starting teacher pay at 47.5 is better than many of the highest performing districts in all of Florida. Our offer of 4% for veteran teacher pay is better than those of many higher performing districts in all of Florida. And in all ways, okay, contiguous, next to, in front of, behind, in all ways,